India is no Europe, and this seems especially true in face of a task such as drafting and conceptualizing a data protection law for over 1.4 billion Indian. The European Union's EU data protection, that is General Data Protection Regulation (GDPR), came into force in middle of 2018 and achieved widespread popularity as arguably the most comprehensive arguably the most comprehensive privacy law in the world. Privacy law in the world means India is not Europe, and it seems and this seems especially true in face of tasks such as drafting. मीन्स ये इससे स्पेशली ये सच दिखता है कि टास्क ऑफ ड्राफ्टिंग एंड कंसेप्चुअलाइजिंग जो है डेटा प्रोटेक्शन लॉ, उससे ये साफ दिखता है.
ओके.
ओवर जो कि ये लॉ जो है ओवर द 1.4 बिलियन इंडियन के ऊपर जो वो होता है इन्फोर्स. द यूरोपियन यूनियंस EU डेटा प्रोटेक्शन, that is General Data Protection Regulation (GDPR), came into force in middle of 2008 and achieved widespread popularity. Means European जो डेटा है, that is General Data Protection Regulation (GDPR), ये मिडिल ऑफ 2018 में आया और इसने बहुत ही ज़्यादा वाइड स्प्रेड पॉपुलैरिटी वो कर ली, अचीव्ड करी एज आर्ग्यूबली द मोस्ट कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव डेटा आर्ग्यूएबली
राइट
द मोस्ट कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव डेटा प्राइवेसी लॉ इन द वर्ल्ड. मतलब ये मीन्स ये बहुत कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव डेटा प्राइवेसी लॉ बन गया है पूरे दुनिया में.
करेक्ट.
हाउएवर जबकि ये GDPR जो है ये क्या है, सैडल्ड मीन्स
just read and just
GDPR
make out the meaning.
has been saddled with the challenge of implementation and risk. मतलब मीन्स जो ये GDPR है इसके कई सारे चैलेंजेस जो थे इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में जो वो थे वो
risks
चैलेंज. पहली चीज़ तो चैलेंज थे इसके कई इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में, और दूसरा जो इसका रेगुलेशन में जो relegated to the status of a paper tiger. Regulation.
You have to understand the meaning of this on your own. This is easy, this is not very tough.
Being relegated to the status.
Go by your wisdom, means whatever comes to your mind, try and understand that.
Relegated to the status of a privacy.
Relegated to the status of a paper tiger. Yeah, paper tiger. Like there is one real bullet with which we shoot somebody, and there are some kind of, we say like, this is the paper bullet.
So fake.
Fake. It just means it is not real, right?
मीन्स इसके इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के बाद ये रिस्क था कि इसका स्टेटस जो है वो एक फेक टाइप का था. मतलब
which has no power actually.
अच्छा.
Like not real powers. Like, so this is not the real tiger here. Right? Okay, I'll make you understand further also.
Good. Although the EU's challenges may be due to its unique legal structure, India must guard against the risk of enacting a law that is toothless in effect. Although the EU's challenge may be due ये जो EU's का चैलेंज था ये may be due to unique legal structure. ये एक यूनिक स्ट्रक्चर में नहीं हो सकता था.
ओके.
इंडिया मस्ट गार्ड अगेंस्ट द रिस्क ऑफ इनैक्टिंग लॉ दैट इज टूथलेस इन इफेक्ट.
Yeah, this is also very easy. Supply your mind, you will be able to get the meaning.
Must guard against the risk.
India must guard against
the risk
of
enacting
a law that is toothless in effect.
इंडिया मीन्स इंडिया थोड़ा सा अवेयर रहेगा इसके अगेंस्ट रिस्क. इसके इनैक्टिंग लॉ जो है लॉ जो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन होगा उसके रिस्क के उसके रिस्क के लिए अवेयर रहेगा, जो कि दैट इज़ टूथलेस इन इफेक्ट। टूथलेस
means without power.
अच्छा,
Like if you are doing something but it has no power, actually you are writing so many good things but you are not doing anything out of that. Like suppose you make every day, like I'll be studying this and this, but at the end of the day you find yourself that you have not done even a single thing, right? So that becomes like whatever you have made on the paper, it is toothless, right? It is powerless, right?
issues around data use. The deliberation becomes increasingly relevant as the Indian government is likely to table India's fresh data protection law in the ongoing monsoon session of Parliament, July 20 to August 11.
That is going on right now.
Going
Yeah,
on,
that started from
monsoon session.
yesterday. Good.
Means Indian government Indian government is Indian government is going to pass this protection data law, which is India's fresh data protection law in
They are
ongoing
going to table.
Table means in parliament session.
Right.
So-
They'll be putting it, right?
So ongoing monsoon session, the government released the Digital Personal Data Protection (DPDP) Bill 2022 for public consultation.
Correct.
मतलब गवर्नमेंट ने रिलीज़ किया ये DPDP जो बिल था 2022, ये पब्लिक कंसल्टेशन के लिए ये रिलीज़ किया था.
Right.
This is its third recent attempt at drafting data protection law. ये इसका तीसरा अटेम्प्ट था जो ड्राफ्टिंग जो डेटा प्रोटेक्शन को बनाने में था, वो तीसरा इसका अटेम्प्ट था.
Correct.
While the draft released for public comment was not as comprehensive as its previous version, news reports suggest that the government may present a bill that is largely similar. Means जब ये डेटा ड्राफ्ट रिलीज़ हुआ था फॉर पब्लिक कमेंट्स, ये कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव नहीं था बहुत एज एट इट्स प्रीवियस वर्जन. अपने पहले वर्जन की तरह ये कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव नहीं था. न्यूज़ रिपोर्ट ये बताती है कि गवर्नमेंट में गवर्नमेंट ये जो बिल प्रेजेंट करेगी ये लार्जली सिमिलर होगा, considering this critical gap remaining in DPDP that would affect in its implementation overall success. न्यूज़ रिपोर्ट ने ये कंसिडर किया कि ये जो क्रिटिकल गैप फर्स्ट
Considering this, इसको ध्यान में रखते हुए,
फर्स्ट कि क्रिटिकल गैप रिमेन इन बिल दैट वुड अफेक्ट जो कि अफेक्ट करेगा इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में और ओवरऑल सक्सेस उसकी सक्सेस में.
right?
In its scope and definition, the DPDP bill only protect personal data, that is any data that has the potential to directly or indirectly identify an individual. इसके स्कोप जो होगा उसकी अगर बात करें और डेफिनीशन की जो बात करें तो ये DPDP बिल ये सिर्फ पर्सनल डेटा को प्रोटेक्ट करेगा. दैट इज एनी डेटा दैट हैज़ पोटेंशियल टू डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली आइडेंटिफाई एन इंडिविजुअल. और ये कोई भी डेटा जो कि दैट इज़ एनी डेटा दैट हैज़ पोटेंशियल टू डायरेक्टली मीन्स ये किसी भी इंडिविजुअल को डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली इतना इसमें पोटेंशियल होगा कि वो आइडेंटिफाई करेगा. In the modern data economy, entities use various types of data, including both personal, non-personal, and non-personal data to target, profile, predict, and monitor user. Non-personal data is typically anonymous data that does not relate to a particular individual. For example, aggregate data on product which numerous users look at between 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Amazon.
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 Amazon. Often, this is non-personal data when combined with other data sets can help identify individual and in the way become personal data impacting user privacy.
So how much are you able to understand in this?
अभी अगर मॉडर्न डेटा इकोनॉमी की बात करें तो और एंटिटीज़ की बात करें एंटिटीज़ मींस
The institutions which deals with the data protection,
हाँ
or the laws that are there, or the agencies that deals with the data protection, right?
ये एंटिटीज़ और इकोनॉमिक डेटा की बात करें तो ये वेरियस टाइप के डेटा यूज़ करते हैं जो कि पर्सनल ये जो कि दोनों पर्सनल और नॉन पर्सनल डेटा को टारगेट करते हैं
Right.
जैसे प्रोफाइल प्रेडिक्ट एंड मॉनिटर यूजर्स target profile predict and monitor users मीन्स प्रोफाइल को टारगेट करते हैं और मॉनिटर यूजर्स को टारगेट करते हैं
And they predict also.
predict also non-personal data is typically an anonymous data that does not relate to a particular individual.
Right. So anonymous data means, like suppose you are watching a YouTube on the incognito, right? So you become anonymous. Means nobody would be able to get to know that you are watching something, right? So that is anonymous. Means which has no identity actually behind it, without a name, right? Without address, unknown. That nobody can get to know that who this person is, right?
जो नॉन पर्सनल डेटा है ये टिपिकली अननोन डेटा की अनोनिमस डेटा दैट डज नॉट रिलेट ये किसी पर्टिकुलर इंडिविजुअल को रिलेट नहीं करता नॉन पर्सनल डेटा
Right.
फॉर एग्जांपल एग्रीगेट or data on product which numerous users look at between 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Amazon.
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 Amazon. Aggregate means
Aggregate means इकट्ठा means total.
अच्छा डेटा और एग्रीगेट डेटा ऑन प्रोडक्ट्स टोटल जो डेटा है ऑन जो कि न्यूमरस यूज़र जो कि कम यूज़र्स देखते हैं अमेज़ॉन को जो न्यूमरस यूज़र्स हैं वो कम लोग न्यूमरस लोग जो देखते हैं
Means a lot of number.
अच्छा लॉर्ड ऑफ
Means huge number of people.
अच्छा
Means numerous.
मुझे लगा कम वाला
And numerous means more.
अच्छा तो जो अमेज़न के जो
Amazon.
अमेज़ॉन
Amazon is basically a name of a river.
अमेज़ॉन
Okay, on which this Amazon is based. So Amazon.
अमेज़न जो बोलते हैं
Wrong. That is wrong.
अमेज़न
It's wrong. वो हिंदी में अपने हिसाब से बोलते हैं ना, but that is Amazon. When you hear any ad or advertisement on television or somewhere, so you'll get to hear Amazon. Yeah, Amazon Prime. So it's like Amazon, right?
जो अमेज़ॉन के जो यूज़र्स हैं कई सारे लार्ज जो हैं वो
It is talking about the app of the Amazon where people do shopping and all that, right? So if you are watching like
9
shoes and all that, right? So it will appear on your Facebook also, on your YouTube also, right? So these ads gets interconnected, right? So that is where your actually whatever you see, the privacy gets leaked, right? So that is what is being talked about here.
तो कि जो कि वो यूज़र्स हैं वो 9 PM से 11 PM के बीच ही ज़्यादा न्यूमरस यूज़र्स यूज़ करते हैं उसे ऑफन दिस इज़ नॉन पर्सनल डेटा व्हेन कंबाइंड विद द अदर्स डेटा सेट्स कैन हेल्प identify individual and in this way become personal data impacting user privacy.
Impacting users' privacy. That means like you were watching here on Amazon, but when you start watching the YouTube, so the same like shoes that you have watched on Amazon, it will appear in the form of the ad in your YouTube also, right? So it impacts your privacy, right? Because you don't want that. Okay, if you have seen something somewhere, so it should remain there, right? It shouldn't just start overreaching to all other platforms wherever you are using or actually doing any activity, right? Yeah. So what have you understood so far? And just watch it and keep on telling me.
Entire.
Yeah, from the beginning, whatever you have understood. So tell me. You just watch it and just keep on telling me that okay, this is about this and how it is different from the European law and what is Indian law, right? And all that. Just read like one time. You easily tell me. Take your time, no problem.
Means the editorial talks about the personal data protection, which implement in Europe recently. Uh, that is general data protection regulation came into force in middle of 2018,
Right.
and in some time this privacy law is achieved widespread popularity, and in some time. So
Okay. Good, good.
uh, despite many reasons, this privacy law faced many challenges, and due to legal structure. Some of the reports says that this is not the same like previous act or privacy data. So
Okay, good, good. You are making effort to speak English. That's good. It is making sense. Okay.
uh, when we talks about the Indian privacy law, it will pass it will tabled on ongoing monsoon session in
Correct.
Parliament.
Right.
So this is the India's third attempt on the personal protection data. Uh,
Right, right, correct.
some of the reports says that this is the same this is the same as previous data protection, which is which is which is critical gaps remain in DPDP bill that would affect in implementation and success. Uh, three
Okay.
three three major steps which affect in this personal data protection,
What are those three?
which is the which is three critical gaps remain in DPDP, and overall success and implementation. Uh,
Okay. So give me the example like Amazon and all that, what I've just taught you.
Amazon, the
Like how
report,
it is related to your privacy and how it is impacting your personal space.
which
Like you give me like example, suppose you go and start browsing on Amazon watching shoes or something like that, right? So that it starts appearing on your YouTube, your
YouTube,
Facegram,
Insta, and
Insta, everywhere, right? So
everywhere
this is impacting your privacy,
impacting
right?
on.
Right.
So many of the users of Amazon is use the app between 9 p.m. to 11 p.m.
But that is just for an example. Means this has been taken as an example. Okay, like suppose if I take like you can mention any time, like from the from morning like 7 o'clock
This is
to 9 o'clock.
not fact.
Yeah, this is not the fact. This is a kind of imagined kind of thing, just for an example, hypothetical situation. Right. Okay. Let us like take an example from 9 km to 11 actually p.m. How many people watch it? Right. So we're just taking an stock, just like that. Right. It is not 100% sure.